honeys. Welcome to my series for Valentine's, the month of love, here on the Black Dove Oracle. I am Kamara, the Black Dove Oracle, and these are going to be a set of readings, and we're just going to show you the cards and jump right into it. Let's pick our piles. We're going to have 3 piles, Spirit is saying. So why don't we pick our piles with this beautiful modern Nirvana deck? I love this deck. It's very artistic. So welcome, my honeys. If you are a continuing subscriber, thank you so much for your support. I've been doing a lot of personal readings and I'm really loving that. I even have been doing some spiritual life coaching. So if you want to know about that, check out my website and I'll put it up for a brief moment. My website will guide you on all the different kinds of readings that I do. I even do Akashic records. So if there's something you want to know, come and connect with me. Okay, my honeys? And I really would appreciate if you like, comment, or subscribe. If you have not subscribed, I really welcome you to stay connected. And consider doing so. Click that bell so you get notified when I upload new readings. Okay, my honeys, let's pick the groups first. We're going to pick 3 cards. Spirit is saying 1. That's group number 1. Group number 2. Where's group number 2, Spirit? Spirit's like, it's this one. Group number 2. Make sure I'm not taking 2 cards. Because it feels like 2 to me, Spirit. 2's trying to come through, but I'm going to just take 1, the very top one. And then Spirit is saying, actually, this is the 3rd one. Okay. So group number 1, your reading is going to be around reflection. Reflection. Group number 2, your reading is around nourishment. Nourishment. And group number 3, your reading is Nirvana. So the timestamps are going to be in the comment section. And take your time. This reading is about who's coming towards you in love. So take your times, my honeys, and I'm going to roll to group number 1. Okay, take care. Hello, group number 1. Let's clear the energies. So group number 1, you chose this card, reflection. And this is your reading on who's coming towards you in love. Group number 1, immediately, I think this card is pointing to the energy you're going to be in when this love comes towards you. And Spirit says it's important for you to know this first before we talk about who's coming towards you. Because when you are receiving this person into your life, Spirit is saying it's after some really deep introspection. It's after you really being able to look at yourself as a person worthy of love. And Spirit is saying you had to do some inner work, maybe some inner healing. Maybe some of you went to therapy. Maybe some of you decided to do some other kind of healing journey. But when this healing journey kind of, culminates or completes itself, you're left seeing yourself, group number 1, as a completely different person. There's something about Spirit saying maybe you experienced a lot of anxiety around your looks or how much money, how successful you were, all the 3D things that we're told that are important. I think in this healing process, you had to really come to a place of honoring exactly who you are in this moment. it's kind of like this hand is holding an oyster and there's like pearls coming, a string of pearls coming through. It was a long process for you in group number one. It was a long process to realize this inside thing inside of you, the internal you is so valuable, group number one. So, that was kind of the energy check for group number one, is that you've been doing a lot of deep work on yourself, and that work has transformed how you see yourself. And that is the energy you are going to be in, group number one, when you meet this person. Wow. Yeah. So, let's go to I have my little snake here. Let's go to what the ancestors have to say about this as well. Because the ancestors are saying they're so proud of you. Really, they are, group number one, because I think you may have thought, okay, I had to change all of these external things. And then when you really came to a place of self love, it was like a whole world opened up to you. And this self love is drawing in the person who's coming towards you next in love. But the ancestors say they have one more message for you. Oh, goodness. Look at that. Master ancestor DNA. Your ancestors have been walking with you, group number one, through this change, through this metamorphosis, because literally they were saying a lot of what you had to do to come to this realization of self-love is that you had to understand that you were adapting to old stories, old narratives, maybe even old wounds that were running through the family. And, if we don't heal, we just keep passing along our wounds, right? So the ancestors are saying, your ancestors are saying, you have healed at the DNA level regarding this issue. Because I get that is there is a long line of people in the family not really valuing themselves, not really loving themselves. There could have been a lot of critical eyes on you growing up, like, oh my gosh, why is your hair this way? Go and put some lotion on, like things that always pointed to your external looks. And your ancestors are saying you've changed that for the whole lineage. By simply falling in love with yourself, you have changed that for the whole lineage. And they have one more card they want me to get before we talk about who's coming towards you, because they're saying it's important for you to understand where you will be as this person comes into your life. Look at that. The key to success. They're saying absolutely. The key to success for you, group number one, is to love yourself. Without this key component, quite literally, without this component, there's really going to be, you see how there's just two beings right here? They're holding the heart. They're saying this is the key to love for you. This transformation that you went through, this blooming that had to happen. So group number one, this is how you will know. Not only how you would know, it is the energy you're going to be surrounded by. It's a very spiritually successful energy when you meet this person. Wow. So it's interesting, like the cards that I do for identifiers, I didn't pick those decks today, so we're just going to see who this person is. And I'm being pointed to the Sufi deck for you, group number one. Who is this person that's coming towards you in love? Because the funny part is that the first person is yourself. So who's the second person? This person that's coming towards you next in love, group number one. So beautiful. I love how your reading just started out that way. Spirit was like, no, we need you to know this first. Spirit is saying it's this card. Wow. This is someone who hasn't. This is interesting. Hold on. Let me get some more cards because Spirit is saying I'll get more clear if I pick a couple more cards. We have the Six of Swords in reverse. We have the Four of Coins in reverse. And we have the Eight of Wands in reverse. You know, Nine of Coins is at the bottom, but it was also in reverse. It makes me feel like I need to turn this deck over. But I don't think it's purposeful that all of them are in reverse. This person that's coming towards you, group number one, there's someone who doesn't leave when the going gets tough, I'm hearing. And maybe you will need this for a particular reason, group number one, because maybe in the past, for some of you, there's been a lot of abandonment in relationships. And it doesn't mean just romantic ones. But Spirit is saying this person, they're very tenacious. They're a very solid, grounded person. I wouldn't be surprised. Even though this is a swords card, I'm really getting earth energy here. Someone who, they're very grounded when it comes to the things that they are committed to. They're not going to leave on a whim. They're not going to leave because they're threatened in some kind of way. You know, this is someone who's had to really learn how to become a very open-hearted person, because I think themselves, they have had relationships where, Four of Coins in reverse, where they gave and kept giving and giving and giving and giving. And I think you're going to find with this person, even though they're very generous, there's something about them that's a little bit on the slow side. We have the Eight of Wands here in reverse as well. And that's falling under the ancestor DNA. So that's telling me that they have done this kind of healing. The healing where you're not moving from anxiety. Spirit is saying they, in the past, they may have been a very anxious person, someone who acted quickly, someone who felt like, oh, you know, I need to make moves before I lose this person. But this person is going to be very much more in the energy of someone who has learned the lessons of where their anxiety brings them. They're able to reflect on maybe past actions of like leaving things before really resolving anything. So these are lessons that they have learned by the time they come towards you, group number one. So Spirit said these reverse cards, I almost said the word negative, which is not necessarily true, but these reverse cards are telling you what lessons they've learned along the lessons you have learned. This is someone, we have Two of Staff. We have Four of Swords. And we have Six of Cups in reverse. This isn't someone from the past. This is someone who's choosing you. They've already decided to make motions in your direction. So this is someone who's identified you, group number one. They are no longer thinking about it. The Four of Swords in reverse, they don't need to think about it anymore. And also, they are not someone from the past. Even though Spirit says they're showing this in a particular way, they're not from the past, Six of Cups. Ooh, okay, Spirit. Spirit is saying, while they're not someone you used to know in this lifetime, you definitely have known them in another lifetime. This is a past life connection, past life love. hmm That's why they're going to feel very familiar to you, group number one. They're going to feel something about them feels familiar. I don't know if it's spirit is saying it's like the senses, even like your senses feel familiarity, like maybe the way they smell the cologne they wear or the perfume they wear or just the general scent they have. I don't know why a memory of my dad came through because I used to wear a lot of essential oils, and my dad would be like, "You wear all these snake oils." My dad was from the South. But it might be a person who wears like these kind of natural scents, like, essential oils, things of that nature. It's interesting because Spirit said to look at the bottom of the deck, and it is someone who's choosing you. I kind of get it with both of these Two of Swords and Two of Staffs. Like this person is choosing you. They're choosing to come in your direction, group number one, but they're also choosing you intuitively from a place, like I said, um, they feel intuitively you both belong together. They don't know why with this blindfold and Two of Swords. They don't know why necessarily in the beginning, why they're drawn to you, but they are. But they are. This is going to be someone we have pay attention to the red flags in reverse. This is someone they don't give off any red flags. I think that's why you're kind of tripped out because they seem so familiar to you. It's almost as if their energy says, I can trust you. You can trust me. There's something there. Um, yeah, they're going to give off this energy of totally being safe to love. There's something, again, very earthy and grounded about this person. They have keep hearing, they have a good head on their shoulders. They make logical decisions. Maybe in the past, group number one spirit is saying you've been around some illogical MFs. But this is not one of them. This is not one of them. I think it's going to be such a breath of fresh air. You're going to be like, wow, what you say makes sense. In many ways, group number one, when this person comes towards you, I think you haven't really thought about the idea of someone you like being very different from you. In fact, I think when you think of love, when you think of partnership, you're thinking, no, this is going to be someone that I totally resonate with, that, we're finishing each other's sentences. I don't know if that's this situation. The person who's coming towards you, it's interesting. This person has short black hair, a thick head of hair, actually, because I'm seeing it in a few different pictures here. Yeah, they have black hair or really dark brown hair. I would say they're more clean cut. If they are in the masculine energy, they shave. They don't have facial hair or, like that's something they shave with. This person is very valiant, I'm hearing. If they're in the masculine energy, they're very valiant. Like there's something about them, their comportment, even if you know that word, meaning the way they hold and conduct themselves, it's very proper. Very I don't want to say formal, but I want to say proper. Like this is a person that probably um was taught at an early age something about etiquette. Yeah. They may have been raised in a real, like, formal environment. Like, their parents may have held some kind of really high position. Like, maybe their parents was a government official, maybe their parents was a religious official, or some kind of like really high educator. There's something where they come from a family where they had to learn how to be formal, how to conduct themselves in very formal environments. That would be a clue to you, group number one. When you meet this person, you may actually meet them at some kind of formal function, even. I don't know why Bridgerton's coming to mind. Bridgerton. You might meet this person at a function where you have to dress up formally. They could even be this is so specific, but in some cases, they could be the guest of honor. Maybe it's like a dinner. Maybe it's I don't know why I keep seeing Bridgerton references, like a ball. I don't know, but there is something very formal when you meet this person. It's it's kind of like you're even coming into town to go to this event. Could be a conference, but it to me it speaks to something that's a little bit more of a social gathering, but it tends to be something that you wouldn't be you'd be listening certain kind of music. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not a party, but it's a social gathering of some sort. Um, a younger person might be with you when you meet this person. That's interesting because I see it a couple of times. A younger person might be with you when you meet this person. For Spirit is saying for a couple of you, you may have your child with you. If you are a single parent, for others of you, it could just be like a niece, a nephew, a child of a friend. You might have been walking with this child or bringing this child to the restroom. Whatever you were doing, you're going to be with a child when you meet this person. Or there's going to be something of a childlike nature going on. Maybe the party is for a child, like a christening or some kind of baptism. Like, I don't know. It's something revolving around children. This person, I think when you meet them, you're going to feel like, I don't know, there's something very captivating about this person. They may even be on your mind, or you might be on their mind in such a very intense way that someone feels like you have some kind of magical power. I also feel like when you meet this person, it's coming on the heels of one of you or both of you healing yourself, which makes sense. Like when we talk about the beginning of your reading, group number one, and then we talk about them, there's been a great amount of healing both of you have been doing in regards to like your expectations around relationships and being in love. So both of you feel very ready. Yeah, this is going to feel like a soul tie for real. It's going to feel like like if they hold their hand out, you would just naturally put your hand in theirs. There's something very comfortable when that happens, group number one. There's something very comfortable about that situation when it happens. You're going to be like, okay, is this moving too fast? But I think all the things that, again, would give you a red flag are not there. Even though you two may move quicker, than usual, maybe, it doesn't feel the same. It doesn't feel toxic. It doesn't feel like you're in some kind of fantasy when it comes to this person. Something feels right, good, and natural about this person coming towards you. You may even hold their hand the first time you meet them. Whether they extend their hand to say, would you like to dance? Or, you know, would you like, you know, they're handing you something. There's something that's going to happen that makes it just kind of a natural thing. I don't know why like maybe this person is helping you step over something, you know, with your dress on, if you have a dress on, you know, there's something there where they're going to offer to assist you. And when you hold their hand, it's going to feel like, whoa, this is so natural. I do feel like one or both of you have had to really heal from something that was very painful. It might have been this person. Let's find out. Or you, group number 1. Yeah. We have the moon here. They will tell you about it a little bit. They will. They won't keep it a secret, their wounds. But they also will let you know in many ways that they're ready to start again, that they're not looking for any kind of rebound or, you know, something that's not a relationship but acts like a relation. You know, it's none of that. I think this person, when you meet them, they have a brand new start in many ways. And when you come into their life, group number 1, that brand new start, it fits with everything. Maybe they have a new job. Maybe they have they're living in a new place. There's something very significantly new that's happening for them that kind of revolves around resources. So they might have a new job. They might have a new career, or they're doing something new. And when you meet them, it's going to feel like them meeting you is also part of this newness. Look at the bottom of the deck, Lovers. So, yeah, I think at first, you all are going to have to kind of, you know, I think what it is there's a little bit of a money thing going on. When I say money, I think there's a little bit of a class thing going on. That doesn't often come up in my readings, but because I think class is so, at least in the United States, it's so, it can flow, you know, but I guess there are people I would say that I probably never met because they're probably in a different class than me altogether. I'm sure that's a possibility. But I think there's something in this union that feels like you all come from different backgrounds. We have the Page of Pentacles here. But this person, I think when they first come towards you, I don't know if this is their total energy, the Knight of Cups, but I will say, group number 1, that when they come towards you, it's going to be so like they really do have a love language of giving and gift giving. I think when you go on a first date with this person, it's going to be so, how do I want to say this? It's going to be so grandiose. I mean, I don't know if that's the right word, but it's going to be grand. Like you're going to tell they put a lot of work into making this, you know, like here's a blanket with some wine and, you know, a handwritten note, maybe you know, like a bowl full of, you know, like they've got their hands full of, you know, they come in on this white horse. There's something very, the level of intent that this person expresses, it seems like someone who has access to a lot of resources. Okay. And they definitely see you as it's a victory to even have you go out with them. Like they're going to be like, oh my God, group number 1 said yes. So they're not going to take any chances. This person who's coming towards you, group number 1, they're not going to take any chances on blowing a first impression with you. They are most definitely, because I do feel like they see you as a Queen of Swords. They see you as someone who's about her business, and she does not take kindly to someone wasting her time. But the funny part is that, you know, this knight has caught the attention of the Queen of Swords. She's looking at the knight, at his offerings. And it's like, okay. So take it where it resonates. You might have more money or a different background than them, or, vice versa. But look, at the bottom of the deck, because Spirit said before I turned it over, look again. I think this is actually their real energy. Their real energy, if not the Emperor. If the Emperor comes up, it would supersede this, but they're actually a King of Wands. They are, oh my God, group number one. They're good looking. You're going to be like, whoa. And there may be something about them as you're looking in this whole like Queen of swords. They're coming with the right direction. They're coming with the right tools. They're coming in the right energy. But there's something about them being so good looking. Maybe they might be a Leo. They might be a Leo. But there's something about them and their eyes. Oh my goodness. They have a nice body too. So there's something about this person where you may think they're too good to be true, and you may look, group number one, at their offerings as a way of trying to woo you. But I think you will remain more in your logical energy here. You will. But you do like how they're coming towards you. You really do. And they see you as I'm still going, the bottom of the deck is given. They're saying that you're all they really ever would want. And I'm going to be honest with you, they're probably all you ever wanted too. Okay? Looks wise. I mean, how they're coming. Last few cards here for group number one. How's this going to go? This person who's coming towards you, because it's a King of Wands. Yeah. There's a real hot and heavy, passionate thing, but I also think that you're going to play it a little cold as ice. I ain't going to lie, group number one. You're going to be like, have I seen this before? And you're going to have them prove to you. But I think once they prove to you, look, once they prove to you, it's on. It's on. So I think they really are going to impress you. They really are. So we've got earth signs, we've got fire signs. Last card here. Ooh. Can I show this on YouTube? But okay, there, this is going to be someone that you have a very hot and heavy relationship with. When it does reach that level, group number one, this is going to be a actual match for you, for real. Okay? Just in case I can't show it. But yeah, and there's going to be a lot of times where you're thinking, this connection, is it for you? But yeah, it's really helping you to wrap up wounds of the past, maybe even impressions that you've had of a certain gender or a certain type that you've been dating. You're going to be able to put that to rest, because this person changes your image of like, for example, if you date men, they would change your image of a man. If you date women, they're going to change your image of a woman. If you date non-binary, they're going to change your image of whoever it is that you are usually attracted to. So that's what I have for you, group number one. It looks very good. It looks very exciting. Let me know. Maybe put a flame in the comments, because this is a little hot and heavy. Okay, put a flame in the comments for group number one if this resonated, my honeys. And please remember to give me a little thumbs up if you can, to help me grow this brand new channel. And if you have not subscribed, please subscribe so that we can stay connected. I'll be doing more of these romance readings as we work up to Valentine's Day. Okay, my honeys, take care. Hello, group number two. Welcome to your reading on who's coming towards you in love. Let's clear the energies. So, group number 2, this is your pick a card on who's coming towards you in love. And this is part of a series of love readings I'll be doing this week. I don't know what happened to that word. Group number 2. Spirit is guiding me to tell you what energy you're going to be in when you meet this person, especially when they're coming towards you. So that might be the energy check for this group. So know that there's 3 groups, and you could choose a different group or choose a different reading altogether if this doesn't resonate. But group number 2, this person is coming towards you after you've done a lot of self-care on yourself. Some of you may have changed something about your appearance. And there's, it's coming in the energy you're going to be in is giving a lot to yourself, caring a lot from yourself. For some of you, Spirit is showing me you might have been on a retreat, or you took a long vacation where you just had time to kind of settle into yourself. For others of you, and it's weird, but Spirit said you might be an Aquarius, or there's going to be some significant transit with Aquarius around this time when you're getting ready to meet this person. Let's go to your ancestors. But there's a lot of self-love that you've been giving to yourself when you meet this person, and you're going to be feeling good. Group number 2, you're going to be looking good, you're going to be feeling good, and your ancestors are saying, oh yeah, you went and maybe you received some kind of healing. There was something of a renewed compassion that you have for yourself when you meet this person. But this person is probably coming in when you've done some significant healing on yourself. And your ancestors are saying they feel like you had developed some kind of deep compassion for yourself, maybe some past harder times that you just had to heal from. But it's interesting because you might have went to a traditional healer. I'm seeing someone who in certain cultures they use the breath. I'm a Reiki master, and in certain traditions, even in Reiki, blowing is also a way of giving people healing energy. So you may have went to, I don't know why I'm hearing the Philippines, or you might went to a traditional Filipino healer. Let me know if that resonates. But that's kind of, or you may have gone to some other indigenous healer, but someone who blew on your crown chakra, or there's some work that was done on your crown chakra. Yeah, that's very specific, but that's what I have. So, last oracle card on your energy. Breaking down constructs, right? Embracing new opportunities. Yeah, this person is coming in, group number 2, when you've had to reconstruct yourself. Maybe some of you had to heal from just overworking, being in the grind. There's a deep nurturing that you brought yourself in, because the bear symbolizes nurturing to me too. And there's something about you just honing your energy here, embracing you. Not only are you breaking down constructs of what is possible for you, but you're healing yourself so that there's a new era in your life. There's a new you're gonna feel, group number 2, like something new is in the air for you, because you've done all this work. Maybe some of you went to a ceremony, but you're gonna feel like life is starting over for you again in a very healed way. So let's get to this person Who are they, Spirit? And I don't have my usual identifier decks. I'm just going to go with the tarot, and we're going to see who this person is that's coming towards you. Group number 2 is definitely somebody who likes your energy. They are really into this energy of yours. Yeah, the 2 of Pentacles. Who is this person who's coming towards group number 2 in love? 10 of Swords in reverse. Very good. Son of Cups. Upright. Very good. Malika of Swords. This person, they're going to have a little bit of a youthful energy to you. They may feel very active, like when you meet them, they might be like playing an instrument, I'm hearing. They may be performing. This person low-key might be part of the same culture as the healer that you got healing from. So culturally, they might be different from you. This person, they're very honest. They're very, when you meet them, because 10 of Swords in reverse means, upright is someone who's in their head feeling like they're a victim. This person is not that. They're very strong. I think there's something culturally happening with this person and their community. When you meet them, they very easily could be in a upright 10 of Swords kind of situation. This might be someone whose original homeland might be experiencing war, or they might have grown up in war times. There's something about this person's story, group number 2, that will easily, they could have been in a 10 of Swords upright, but this person has done a lot of healing. I even think they've done healing through just being involved with their culture's practices, like ritual and ceremony and music and dancing. There's something this person does that keeps them very connected to their culture, and it keeps them confident. It keeps them I'm hearing from Spirit alive in many ways. Like this person has been through some very harsh conditions. They really have. And they've come out in this beautiful Knight of Cups kind of energy. Someone who's very intentional. Someone who likes to now bridge peace between cultures. You may find this person even does work with the people that his community were originally in conflict with. So maybe they do some kind of restorative work or restoration work. Group number 2. This person is very likable. Their energy is very honest and very much one of peace. Very interesting. This person does not use harsh words. They may be someone who does nonviolent communication. They're very careful with the way they speak to people. And this Queen of Swords came out, and I kind of put it there because I do think they have a strong feminine figure in their life, whether it's a mother or a grandmother. Someone who's very strong, someone who's like a warrior woman, a warrior queen. This person is very protective of this person, this love that's coming towards you. So just a heads up. This could be an ancestral energy, or it could be an actual 3D person. They're very protective of their loved one. This is not a wife. It's more of a grandmother or a family member, an older family member who watches over this person. I think that there's people in this person's family that they have some spirit is saying they have some kind of worry for the work they do, because I think the work they do could potentially, this diplomatic work in some ways could be dangerous. There may be people in their community or in the other community that doesn't feel like these communities should be talking to each other. In many ways, this person, group number 2, that's coming towards you, has a very intense political life, political community life. And there's people in their family that protect them because of this. They feel very protective of this person. They're very sweet and kind and gentle. This energy, very loving, kind, peaceful, gentle. In some ways, Spirit is saying this is also their energy, regardless of their gender. They know when to pick up the sword and when to put it down, I'm hearing. But I really get that they're more in a gentle energy, and I get this as someone protective of them. That's really what I get. Let's talk about this relationship and how y'all gonna be meeting, because that's a little bit about them, but what's happening when you all meet? What's happening, Spirit, when they meet? What's happening? These cards came in group number 1 too. They're coming at a time where you're getting very loud and clear that it's safe to love again. And even though you're going to search for all the red flags in this person, I don't think you're going to find any. You really are not, group number 2. You'll be searching. You'll be like, I don't know. Is this person done all their healing? Yeah, there may be something, and I think, oh, this is interesting, because Spirit is saying, because you're gonna get a whiff of this person, especially after they come towards you, this family member. You're gonna wonder, are they in a codependent relationship with their family? Like, is this like a normal family situation, or am I gonna be, you know, taking someone head on, a queen with a knife, you know what I mean? So there is going to be some concern that way, and maybe that is the red flag for you, group number 2, is like, oh, you know what, do they have like some weird enmeshed family situation? I think that will be something that alerts you. Say more about this person, Spirit. But look, I knew this was them. Like, they have cups energy. This person is definitely a king of cups. Regardless of how they identify, this person is so loving, so kind. There's something very gentle and peaceful about their heart. They've done a lot of emotional work. Group number 2. Wow. They even come through as the feminine, often in feminine energy, especially when it comes to like money and resources. They're very generous. They're very giving. Again, if you look at both cards, because I do feel like this is that your person's energy, very meditative. The eyes are closed in both of these pictures. You could see that without the glare. Very gentle, kind soul. Takes pauses between their words, thinks about an answer before they don't shoot off at the mouth. They're very intentional with their language. Like I said, very positive, and I would say prosperous in some way. Very interesting. Yeah. The wheel, when you meet them, they are on top of the wheel. So they are experiencing a great amount of success in whatever they're doing, group number 2, when you meet them. Or this could be you, so take it where it resonates. But for one of you or both of you, you will be experiencing a great deal of prosperity and success when you meet this person. They when they meet you, though, something's going to bring them out of this normally slow energy represented by the Knight of Cups. When you meet them, you're going to speed things up for them. You really are group number 2. They're going to be like, wait, who's that? And, it's funny because I think their eyes open when they see you, even though I think that they, in some ways, may connect with you on the 5D, just saying. Yeah. They may wonder about you, group number 2, because you may give off a little bit of a kind of like harder exterior. But when Queen of Swords is in reverse, I think that you can be harsh. And they're wondering, is this person harsh? But really, Spirit is saying, eh, when they see you, they just kind of see at first your energy. Because I tell you, the eyes are closed, and they may wonder, like, there's something different about your energy and theirs. Like, you're very direct, to the point, very logical. While they may be like, oh, the universe brought us together, you might be like, well, when we met, like your approaches to love may be different from this person. They like the ethereal, while you like it factual, group number 2. You're like, do you like me or not? Are we doing this thing or are we not? Like, you may beginning give little ultimatums, and they may like give you more flowery answers, and that might be a point. We're not going to get too deep into your relationship because this is just more about who's coming towards you in love. But there may be some kind of like early on, you all have to figure out how each other communicates. But there is, like group number 1, if you're here from group number 1, well, yeah, it continues. There is definitely like an actual energy to this relationship, very passionate. This person's family, and including themselves, might think that you're kind of witchy. I kind of get this person comes from a culture that's a little bit, they have like religious rules, or, like there's something of a religious factor in this relationship, group number 2, that you may kind of end up bucking. You know what I mean? Like, you don't really, you like things mystical, and that Spirit is saying, I don't know why Spirit keeps saying that might also be an issue for this older woman and their family. Just the kind of like your witchy ways. I think you will worry a lot about this person breaking your heart because they're too different, or you're too different, or, there's something here of a worry, of an anxiety, but I think they quickly put it to rest because this card is in reverse. You may think, am I really your type? I mean, maybe sometimes opposites attract, but do they last? And this person's going to really, be adamant that they're not hiding anything from you. They really do like you. And if you're not hiding anything from them, the relationship stands on what it stands on, Yeah, this came in group number 1 too. I'm not surprised if people are here from group number 1, your energy is here. So, yeah. They there will be a lot of hot and heavy in this relationship. It really will be. But it's kind of interesting. I think you all have to like work it around some family expectations. Yeah. Last few cards, Spirit said, let's go to the hoodoo deck because the hoodoo deck don't lie. The hoodoo deck don't lie. Yeah. I think in the beginning of this union, there's a little bit of confusion because you all have to get to know each other's ways, group number 2. You're going to have to get used to their ways and how they were raised, and they're going to have to get used to your ways. But, 5 of Cups in reverse, I don't see this ending in a bad way. I don't even see it ending. I just think that there may be times in this union, and this is kind of looking far ahead. It's just saying there may be times in this union where you feel like, is this going to work or is this going to totally break my heart? But Spirit is saying you can hold on to the good things that you all are cultivating because they are going to last. And you're going to feel very lucky in this relationship. There's something, even though it's different, even though you may think there's just not enough to keep us connected, there really is. We have the Page of Cups. There will be many offerings of love to you from this person. They kind of just will be sitting with you one day and being like, you know what I love about you? And they'll just tell you all these things. I think they're very young and innocent sometimes in their energy. And in some ways, you don't want it to be something that will end up breaking their heart or yours, But that's what I have. Yeah. Again, 10 of Swords is in reverse, meaning, because I think you have that under there. It's a quite honest energy this person has, and they're honestly wanting to get to know you. Eventually, I think they do fall in love with you. They really do. Group number 2. So that is what I have, group number 2. If you resonated with this, maybe you can put a cup in the comments, because a cup, this was King of Cups ultimately. If you want to put a sword, I'll know that you were feeling that mother or grandmother's energy too, but I think it's a cup. It's a whole cup or a bowl for this emoji for group number 2. So, okay, my honeys, if you like the way that I read and you have not subscribed yet, please subscribe. Please like. It helps me grow this brand new channel. And if you comment, I love to read comments and reply back. So I really love that. Thank you all for this, for the support of this reading. And I will see you in the next reading. Hello, group number 3. Welcome to your reading. Let's clear the energies. So, group number 3, this is a reading on who's coming towards you in love. It's part of a love series for Valentine's. If you haven't checked out your first date with your future spouse, check that one out. I already uploaded that one. So, group number 3, Spirit said to give you the energy that you will be in before you meet this person. So, Nirvana came up for your group. Wow. You're going to be in a complete state of liberation when you meet this person, group number 3. You're going to feel like for once, I'm hearing for once in your life, or maybe for since a good long time, you're going to be feeling quite liberated in yourself. You're going to be feeling a little unbound. You're taking off the limits when you're in this energy, group number 3. And so Spirit is pointing to this state of knowing yourself at a very deep level right before you meet this person. And maybe some of you have been to like a meditation retreat, you would have had some kind of practice that you've been doing that has really taught you about yourself. Very similar, kind of all groups. There's some kind of self-discovery that's happening right before you meet this person. Your ancestors are saying, wow, you are also going to be very much in your wisdom, group number 3. There's something about you. Maybe this is why you're feeling nirvana, because you went and you studied with an elder or a teacher. There's something that you learned about your culture. There's some kind of magical ways. Maybe you've even started doing dream work or dream time, or there's something that you will learn that will put you in a state of deep liberation. Maybe you came from a family system that really didn't teach you much about your culture, and you had to learn that later. But when you learn it, you feel so free, like things start to make sense to you, group number 3, when you learn from your people's original ways. I'm hearing that could be specific for someone. You may have even, for some of you, maybe you've gotten into ancestor work. So you may not have worked with a physical teacher, but you've been working with your ancestors on the spiritual realm, which they still are a teacher to you. So last card on the energy and what you'll be in, group number 3. I guess this energy check just lets you know, like, which one. Wow, the power of self. Look at that. How beautiful is this card? Yeah, the change of consciousness. Quite literally, group number 3, you would have transitioned your consciousness. There is something, look at that, like even the teacher behind the front figure. There's a lot of like, you're opening up to yourself at this time when you meet this person, group number 3. You're in a new consciousness, and it's totally liberated you. It is quite literally your version of nirvana, coming to a deep state of awareness, feeling very powerful in yourself. That is when you will meet this person. So let's see who you're meeting. Who are you meeting, group number 3? Definitely someone who's attracted to this new version of you, someone who sees your light, someone who knows who you are. We have 5 of coins upright. These cards, the Sufi cards, will kind of tell you their inner going-ons. Who will group number 3? Who's coming towards group number 3 in love? Wow. Some very deep cards here. Wow. Okay. I think it was similar to group number 1, but you don't have to watch that. Group number 3, you're meeting someone, Spirit is saying you're going to be a teacher too. Sometimes people don't like those relationships where you have to teach someone, but you are going to meet someone who's coming towards you in love, who has been through some very difficult times. I don't get necessarily with the 5 of coins, it's always about them having a lack of money. But this person would have felt on the outside of things. They would have been a little bit more isolated, or had spent some time feeling isolated. I think this person has been through some really deep emotional experiences, things that feel like betrayal, things that feel like all the people that they trust, they could no longer trust. This person, when they come towards you in love, they're really having to be in a Queen of Wands energy, like a warrior, because Queen of Wands is the warrior queen, regardless of their gender, because I think this person, they're not showing up yet as a king, if that's, if you're interested in someone in the masculine energy, but they are showing up as someone who is a warrior. who knows how to manifest things. And so when you meet this person and they're coming towards you, this is a little bit of their history. They would have been through something that was quite difficult. Quite difficult. It could have left them in a unstable situation financially, but it most certainly felt like a betrayal. And they had to come out of that energy and sit on the throne of the Queen of Wands. You're going to be very attracted to this person. A lot of people are, and that might have been the source of some of their previous past issues. There's something about their looks, and there's something about them having to like really fight for something. They really had to fight for their status. Uh, I use the word status, but they had to really fight to retrieve their life from these experiences here. 5 of coin and 5 of swords. Spirit said one more card from here. When you meet this person, group number 3, yeah, they would have made a choice to come towards you. Maybe Spirit is saying maybe against their better judgment, because they were not sure if they're completely healed from these situations, but they are very deeply attracted to you, group number 3. When they meet you, there's an instant attraction. They see your light. They see the work that you've done on yourself. And yeah, there could be, Spirit said to take this up right, there could be religious factors that are quite different between the both of you. I would say mainly because you're probably from different cultures. This person, it's interesting why the Sufi card is kind of showing me they might be Persian. They might come from the Middle East. Not necessarily, but for someone they might. Again, this red flag card came up for all 3 groups. This time, group 2 and 3, it's upright, meaning there is going to be something that gives you a little bit of a red flag, group number 3. This person may have control issues. Even though they may not see it all the time, they may have control issues. And there's something too about the religious factors that could be coming from a certain kind of religiosity. Is that the word? Religiosity? It may be coming from that. And you will wonder if this is true love for you, group number 3. You will wonder that. But Spirit said to look at the bottom of the deck, and there's children here. I really don't take it as physical children, but I take it more as both of your inner child. Your inner childs may play some kind of role when it comes to this relationship. Maybe both of you, your inner child gets activated with this person, and theirs with you. There's some way in which you understand the world, because let's not forget, group number 3, you've gone through your own metamorphosis. You understand, and you have a brand new consciousness. While this person, they've had to fight their way out into a healing process, but it doesn't necessarily mean that they've transformed everything. So in some ways, group number 3, Spirit is showing me your world may seem so funny when Spirit uses these words, and then I look down and I see it on the card. Your world, group number 3, might be very flowery to this person. You may seem so ethereal, so positive, love and light. While they kind of come from a more darker perspective, maybe an even more shadowy perspective. And there's something where the both of you have to navigate these life experiences. Very interesting. Let's see what else with the relationship, group number 3. This person, I think one thing that you all will disagree on or maybe have some ruptures around is their sense of needing revenge. They've been through something, and sometimes they will talk about revenge. Sometimes they will talk about avenging. And maybe that talk feels a little dark to you sometimes, group number 3. It feels very shadowy, and they're still very much in their warrior energy. It's hard for them to get out, and there may be times early in this relationship where you all just take a time out. You're like, I don't really know if this is going to work. You're feeling like your view on life is totally different than theirs, and it's gonna kind of make things between the both of you. It's hard to trust what both of you all are kind of the. Here's what I want to say. It's hard to trust where you both are coming from because you both are coming from really different perspectives. But I got to tell you, in the end, there's a sense of like a deep connection with this person and some unfinished business. So I'm just telling you kind of the trajectory of the relationship is not a straight line for you, group number 3. It is here to kind of, here to be their teacher and they're here to be your teacher. Because I think there's something very ethereal that happens in your process, but Spirit said this is a person that's bringing in a lesson for you, like to be firm in your beliefs, to be firm in who you are, to never kind of play small or shrink to someone else's like fiery way of being. And they have to understand that when's the time to put down their sword, when's the time to put down their wand, even. You know what I mean? Because you've got coins, swords, and wands here. This person, there's a lot that has happened to them, and I think you both will have to discuss, how much work needs to be done still. Like, are there things that you still need to heal? Like, you're going to be asking this person, are there, what exactly happened to you? And so you're being guided by Spirit to trust your gut feeling, even though there may be times where you don't. This card kind of came out in a few, so trusting your gut feeling in this relationship is going to be very much something you need to do. This thing could go off and on. I'm just going to be honest with you, group number 3. Sometimes you guys can feel like friends and lovers at the same time, and then other times you both feel like there's just like a battle of words between the both of you and energy. So there's something here about the lesson in all of this, group number 3. I don't know if this is your person. Spirit is saying time will only tell, but what you do need to understand is that these energies are coming together to alchemize something. You're in the heavens with this newfound consciousness, and they are still fighting a war, and you're going to have to figure out if that even works for the both of you. Last few cards here. Say more, Spirit, about this person coming towards. What will come of this relationship? What will come? Because it seems very intense. Spirit said that was the card, maybe. Yeah, this is what I thought. Group number 3, I really do get you're a teacher for this person, for their healing process. In some ways, you're going to maybe feel at times that's not your responsibility. But what begins to happen is you all kind of, because I think you have to work. You're a very powerful healer, group number 3. And you've learned how to heal this kind of wound, the warrior wound. And this person, I think when they're healed, they materialize as the King of Cups. Someone who's very calm, someone who's very steady and grounded. someone who's finally in alignment with their emotions. So Spirit said, yeah, this is going to be their healed self. Will you be with that healed self? I don't know. Ace of Cups came out in reverse. This may happen after you all decide, or you decide to part ways. But Spirit is saying this person is going to be confident that they can be the person you need them to be. Not that who you want them to be, but they can be the person you need them to be. But there's something here about it going a little off and on with this Ace of Cups. It's not going to be a new love. It's kind of going to be like a new person. And so you all are having to, like, this is interesting, group 3. You're going to have to work at this love. But Spirit said, wow, you will be the Empress and this person will be the King of Cups. That's going to be the energy of the relationship once it's healed. But there's a little bit of, I'm not going to lie, there's a lot going on to try to, because this person, I think this person really has to heal. But I also think that you, in the position of the teacher for this person, has to understand the kinds of wounds that you're going to be healing and teaching people with. There's something there for both of you, group number 3. So group number 3, if you like the way that this reading kind of came forward and you kind of resonated with it, then please give it a, what are we going to say? Give it an eagle, because I think in this whole entire thing, you're going to have to see from a higher perspective. So if this resonated with you, put an eagle emoji in the comments. And my honeys, please don't forget to like, comment, or subscribe. If you subscribe, click the bell so that you get notified when I upload more of these love readings for the month of February. All right, my honeys, it was great being with you. Take care.